What's good, YouTube? Once again, welcome to Bishop's Blast. I'm your host. I go by the name of Dr. Mebane, where I dive into what I consider a sanitized version of a YouTube channel where I talk about all things firearms related. Now, I'm not a subject matter expert by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just an old retired Navy guy who loves God and has quite the affinity for all things that go boom. So at this point in time, do me a real quick favor, if you don't mind, tapping that subscribe button. I want to thank each and every one of you that have already done this with me, because we are having an opportunity to have a blast together. Once again, while I'm already asking for these favors, do me another quick favor, if you don't mind, hitting that like button. Share this with someone. This gives us an opportunity to chronicle my 2A journey together. And I am thanking you. I am nothing on this channel without you. So once again, you're tuned in to another edition of Bishop's Blast. Come on, let's get it in. Today we're going to go head to head with some of my two older firearms that I used to carry frequently. I don't necessarily carry that frequently at all, but it's still something, the two that are kind of still near and dear to my heart. There have just been other ones that have actually jumped the line and said, hey, look, I work for you a little bit better now. Plus, I'm going to do another edition. I think I'm going to do something on how I have some of these firearms and then they've been upgraded. They're newer editions of these firearms. And I have the older ones and I want the newer ones, but I'm used to the older ones and I don't necessarily want to buy and spend more money on the same firearm that I have, but just has a couple of upgrades to it. I'll talk about that on another edition. But this one, I'm going to go head to head with two of used to be my two favorite wear and carry firearms that I used to carry. And let me get and start by going and letting you know they're not the same edition. So let me get and show you what I'm talking about. The first one I'm going to talk about is 6 Hours P365. This is 6 Hours P365. Really enjoyed this firearm. Empty, clear, take direction, and shoot. This is 6 Hours P365. Now, for some of you who are looking at me sideways, this is not just the normal one. This is the SAS edition. So this one does not have the external iron sights that we're used to seeing. This has sort of the SAS is supposed to be something concerning snag free. So anything that would have normally caught the firearm when you're trying to put it away, it would they kind of smoothed it out. If you really looked at it, it's really smoothed out to where there's nothing. For all of you smooth criminals out there, there's nothing that would allow it to snag when you're trying to holster or pocket this specific firearm. But this SAS edition, just because it doesn't have an external sight, iron sights on it, if you will, it does have, it seems to be some kind of an optic that's embedded inside the firearm that actually has, it's not only just a dot of a light, but it's a round dot that surrounds that dot. I wish I could show you, but I refuse to flag myself as well. But this is a 6 Hours P365 SAS edition. I love that the barrel is ported. For a smaller firearm, this is a polymer frame, striker fire pistol, chambered in 9mm, that has 12, I think it's a 12 round capacity. This firearm really, for a lot of the people that talk about that they're snappy, this one is not that snappy for me. I love how it fits. I love the undercut in here where I can really get as much up under this firearm as I possibly can. I really enjoyed this. This was something that was probably maybe outside the Glock 43. This was probably the easiest thing that I've ever carried. And I'm talking about carried in a holster. I'm not talking about, I think what I talked about a week ago concerning the Ruger LCP. So any of those little 380 pocket 380s that you would carry. But for a 9mm striker-fired pistol, this really did the job for me. 6 Sauer has always been top notch as I consider, when it comes down to grip texture on their firearms as well. I really enjoy this. The trigger is a flat trigger. It does not have any safety to it. Once again, when it comes down to the SAS edition, if you really even look for the slide catch, it is really embedded in there. So I literally have to be very intentional when I pull the slide back to make it stay back in this area. Now, the one thing I will say, for all of you people that say, hey, look, I don't like when people just let the slide release go and pull it back. Well, guess what? If you don't like it, you ain't got to like it on this one, because you literally have to slingshot it to go forward. The amount of effort that it would take for you to pull down that slide release is immense. So you don't necessarily have to worry about this. But once again, this is something that I really do enjoy. Front and back cocking serrations. It's probably proprietary if there's something that can actually go as a rail on this, but it's not like the normal standard ones. But this is something, and a lot of you have purchased. Maybe not the SAS edition, maybe the 365 XL, which I give 3 thumbs up as a wear and carry firearm. But this is one that, to be honest with you, the reason why I stopped carrying it is because when I was out and I didn't know how long I was going to be out, one day I was out real late, and I came back and I was getting ready to clear my firearm and put it away, and I just happened to look through these sights, and it was dark, and because it pulls light from the top part of here that allows that little green optic to go, without that, I basically was out all evening when the sun went down with no sights whatsoever. Tried that. Pretty good as far as a point range shooter from probably no further than 10 yards. But it's not something that I would like to continue to utilize as a practice for me. So not knowing how long I'm going to be out with this, I pretty much use this sometimes as a novelty going to the range, or don't knock me, going to the mailbox during the day gun. This is 6 Sauer's P365 SAS edition. Now, the one that I generally go, and everyone utilizes the same firearm to go head to head with, is none other than Springfield Armory's. You know what it is. It's the Hellcat. This firearm, and I'll be honest with you, from time to time, I will still grab it, and I will still carry it. This is the Springfield Armory, the Hellcat. It's clear, safe direction, and shoot. Springfield Armory, the Hellcat. This is another polymer frame, striker-fired pistol, chambered in 9mm. That has similar capacity. I think you can get some extended around 13 rounds. This is a 12 rounder, but this is a good firearm. Front back cocking serrations. Once again, this got pretty good stippling for everyone that sometimes we get firearms, seems like we don't care, and then we'll go ahead and tape up a firearm because it doesn't have the stippling or the grip that we really want to have on it. I just want to let you know, on these two, the P365 and the Springfield Hellcat, these are two that I'm pretty comfortable with the stippling that it comes with. So adds nothing to me. Also, I do really enjoy the sights. This is something that everybody has their perspective. Springfield Armory has, Glock has the field goal back sight. Springfield Armory has sort of like a U shaped in the background, but that front sight is crazy good. I pick up very well. I really enjoy this. Once again, if anything, it's going to be some kind of proprietary something that will actually go on the front of this. I'm pretty sure that Hellcat has probably came up with more editions of this same firearm. I do like the undercut in this. This does not have actual safety on here, but it does have a trigger safety that goes along with this. This is Springfield Armor. This is the Hellcat, and I really do enjoy this firearm. People ask me often too, is it snappy? Between the 365, the Hellcat, maybe it is, just a little. However, it's with a good grip on it, it's hardly noticeable to me concerning it. And maybe because I'm out there just having fun at the range, shooting it. But this is something that I really enjoy. One thing I wanted to show you with this too is I don't really do this often, and I need to do it a little bit more often, because just like we need to make sure when we're dealing with these firearms that we practice. I also believe that we also need to make sure if we're going to carry them, that we're carrying them in good, legitimate holsters. And this is one time that I went and got a holster that I didn't mind investing a little bit more money in. This is an Alien Gear shapeshifter holster. I'm used to pretty much plastic Kydex inside the waistband holsters, but this Alien Gear is flexible to my body. I really enjoyed it. I like the way that it grips on, and when I put it in it, it snaps on. Literally, I have to put my finger here and I pull it out for it to pull out, but it works excellent as a holster. So for anyone, and you're thinking about, hey, what should I get? Now, between these two specifically, I probably prefer shooting the P365, even though it's SAS better. But if I was going to actually carry one, I'm going to actually carry the Hellcat more. Once again, my biggest gripe, it's only because Dr. Mebane made a bad choice and got the SAS edition instead of getting either the regular edition or the XL. And I don't think the XL was out by the time that I got this. But if I had to choose between these two specifically to carry every day, it would probably be the Hellcat at this point in time. But if I had the 365 XL all day, every day. So I really wanted to go head to head. This with the Hellcat and the P365. Similar in size, in weight, similar in capacity. You're not going to be mad with either one of them. But just wanted to make sure that we got options out here. Don't let anyone sit up there and make you, shame you concerning the firearms that you have and the ones that you carry. People all the time are saying something negative. I'm glad that I don't allow my ears to be trash cans for a lot of people. So I take a lot of things with a grain of salt and let it just roll off my shoulder. The one thing people don't really understand, I don't only do this for protection, even though that's something that's near and dear to my heart, but I also do it because in the state of Maryland, I'm a collector. I literally collect firearms. Some people collect sneakers. Some people collect watches. I collect firearms. It's something that I have quite the affinity for, and I make no excuses about. So I have an opportunity to go through quite a few of them, and certain things work for me, and certain things they don't. Even the ones that don't, I don't knock on them. At the end of the day, I just say it just didn't work for me. So for everyone that feels like you got to be a hater, for all of you, God bless you. May heaven smile upon you. But at the end of the day, we all have to do certain things that work for us and fulfilling to our own lives. I'm a peaceful individual. Don't get it twisted. The hands work. I'm a martial artist, so do the feet too. But I really enjoy dealing with firearms. And I hope that you do, at least the real subscribers and followers, that you do too. So I want to thank you for once again tuning in. I know we just did another giveaway. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to do another giveaway next week. Once again, bless people, bless people. That's what I'm in the business of doing. I'm not even making any money, but what I want to do is I want to be able to share with you the love that I have and the little bit of knowledge that I've obtained along the way concerning firearms with you. Laws too. So we'll be talking about more things concerning the state of Maryland and the laws, and making sure that you have carry insurance and things of that nature. But I just want you to be informed. That's what we're on social media for in the first place, I hope. Or be entertained. But once again, thank you for tuning in with me to another version of Bishop's Blast. I want to thank you for doing this, and I want you to continue to stay tuned because I drop these every Tuesday around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So continue to stay tuned and be blessed.